Hi, Loy Machedo Sweeney from loymachedo.com, and who's Loy Machedo? Today the date is February 10, 2016. Time right now is 5:17 in the evening. Now, this is a video where I'd like to thank Jacques Sophie and recommend him, okay? However, I just thought about it. Normally, most of the videos where you recommend what? Come. I have this dog problem, they always like, come. Thank you very much. So, me and dog would like to thank Jacques Sophie. Now, most of the videos that are there, they not only, they praise the person, it kind of sounds fake. It kind of sounds fake because you're praising the guy and saying he's the best and blah, blah, blah. So I just thought, why not put a video where it's like Amazon.com. You tell the good, you tell the bad, you tell the ugly, you tell the truth, okay? So I'm going to tell you the good, bad, ugly of Jacques Sophie, okay? As a coach only, okay? Nothing else. Whatever personal, that is his ting. So I'll only tell you the good, bad, ugly of Jacques Sophie as a coach, uncensored. Now, so I'm going to get my ass kicked, but might as well tell the truth. Okay. Now, first, let's start with the bad and the ugly. Okay. Now, before anything else, let me tell you this. Okay. If you really want to, let me start with me. Okay. First and foremost, I am one of the worst students you can possibly have in your life. In school, I was terrible. I was restless. I was mad. I never learned anything. In college, I was horrible, terrible. I was miserable. And in real life, I'm one of the worst students you can ever have because I'll ask you a million questions, a million times. And after you give me a million answers, I'll still ask you the same question in a different way. And even after you give me that answer, I'll again ask you the same question because it doesn't register in my head. I just have a million questions and I keep asking and I keep forgetting. Okay, so I'm the worst student you can possibly have. And just imagine this. The worst student in the world with one of the toughest coaches on the planet. Okay, so, so it's horrible for poor Jacques because I'm a pain in the ass. Okay, now, Jacques, the first thing is, the guy is patient, okay? I wouldn't say he's very patient, but yes, he is patient, okay? He's patient because I'm a terror. I'm horrible. I mean, I literally drive him mad, okay? So Jacques is patient guy, but he sometimes might lose his top, okay? And when he loses his top, he goes for an extra run or for an extra swim. So the first thing is, even though Jacques is patient, he's not too patient, okay? The second drawback about Jacques is, don't think that it's going to be a walk in the park. If you're going to train with Jacques, think of torture, think of pain, think of horrible, the most like going to hell, because there's not a single workout, not a single one which is a cakewalk. All his workouts are tough. They are a killer. He will make you regret the day you are born. He will push you to such a limit where you never thought you could do it. You never thought it was humanly possible. Go down, finish. Thank you very much. Yes. So he will push you to the brink. And after he has pushed you to the brink and you thought, I'm dead, he's going to make you do it once more. And after you thought I'm going to die, he's going to push you once more. So Jacques really pushes you to the limit. So don't think that if you're going to train with Jacques, it's going to be a happy cakewalk. No, he's going to put. The third one is Jacques doesn't take any excuses. No excuses. You can tell him, my mother died, my father died, I got paralyzed, I was hit by a truck, I can't feel my spine, I can't feel, I'm brain dead, whatever. He'll just say, fine, you should have told me that one day ago, I'm sorry, push yourself. You can cry, you can vomit, you can do whatever, he'll push you to the core, okay? And last if not the least, Jacques doesn't take bullshit. He doesn't take bullshit at all. And he's very stubborn. I can't stand that. He's incredibly stubborn. Stubborn as he'll never admit he's wrong. Well, he's wrong in a couple of things, but I don't want to say it, others he'll kill me again. So, we butt heads. We really have butt heads on a lot of issues, okay? But having said that, that is because I'm a difficult student, okay? It's not because he has really pushed me beyond whatever I could do. But that is the bad side. Okay, that's a bad side, that is whatever. But on the good side, oh yeah, one more bad thing before I forget this. He is hyper not super hyper competitive. He is like, even if, let's say for example, you're just walking slow and you walk a little bit in front of him and, you're just another guy, he'll walk faster. Even though, that guy is nothing, he is competitive. He's competitive even with eating a burger. He's competitive even with drinking water. He's competitive with every single thing. And everything he trains and tells you is competition. He'll tell you, when you run, that guy overtook you. You need to overtake him. Or he's hyper competitive. And that really pushes you. He will never allow anyone to come in front of him. He's like that. And he will not allow anyone to come in front of you because that's him. That's his brand. But having said that, I think I've run out of all the bad things to say. Okay. Having said that, I'll tell you, there is nobody else in my life whom I can recommend as a coach other than him. He is truly a miracle worker for me. Miracle. If I've achieved whatever I've achieved today, just to give you an idea, I was a guy who the doctors said I would not be able to run. They said I would not be able to walk. I had disc issues. I had disc issues. Both my knees were blown off. I was weighing 112 kgs. I could only run at a pace of 6 minutes a kilometer for only 200 meters, max 500 meters, and I was gassed out. Okay? Only 500 meters. Even after 4 years of running, only 500 meters I could run at a pace of 6 and I was gassed out. I didn't have any form, I didn't have any technique, nothing. The doctor said no. All the runners who have met me, all of them gave up on me. It is only Jacques. It's only this guy whom I've been complaining to you about. It is only him who helped me achieve a record which nobody can believe. Nobody can believe. I can't believe. Just to give you an impossible fact, I never in my wildest dreams thought that I could complete, a 1 kilometer. 1 kilometer at a pace of 6. That is 6 minutes a kilometer, okay? Because of Jacques, without any injury for a whole year, he trained me. And I managed to complete 12 kilometers at the pace of 5.8. That is 5 minutes a kilometer. And I was able to complete 12 kilometers ASIC run under 58 minutes. The impossible goal that I set for myself, was running 10 kilometers within an hour. He made me run 12 kilometers within an hour. Even to date, I cannot believe. The people who have challenged me, they cannot believe. Nobody can believe. So, I just want to tell you that if you're looking for someone to change your life in terms of fitness, in terms of running, in terms of swimming, in terms of cycling, there is no other coach on this planet whom I will recommend. Absolutely no other coach. There are some people who have stellar records and they have run the Kona, or they have broken world records, Olympic records, and people like to go to them for coaching. And then there are some others who may not have broken all these records, but they are absolutely great. For example, Usain Bolt's coach, I don't think he has broken any world records, but he has pushed Usain Bolt to achieve greatness. Now, I'm no Usain Bolt, but I can tell you this, whatever wonders I've achieved today, whatever wonders, whatever personality clash we have had, him and me, I've not been a perfect student. I've been atrociously a horrible student, a terrible student, a student you never want to wish for. And with all this, he has brought out the best in me. And I'll tell you this, I've had fights with him, I've had arguments with him, I've had times where I didn't want to talk to him, he didn't want to talk to me at all. We went through that phase where we didn't want to talk to each other, we didn't want to text each other, look at each other's face. But I can tell you this without a doubt, that he really takes his job seriously, he teaches you selflessly, and he really wants you to improve. If he had a bad bone in his body, he would have, given me some wrong techniques and made sure that I'd get injured. Maybe I would have done that if I was a coach and I had bad blood. Maybe. I'm not saying I've done that, but he never ever gave me one wrong technique for me to injure myself. He never gave me one wrong piece of advice. Once when I was swimming, I was swimming in the sea, and I suddenly got cold feet. It was not very deep. I just stood there. And this was a time where, we had differences of opinion and all that. He could have just left me there and, for me to swim back. He just zipped himself and came running, just swimming like incredibly fast, just near me. I said, "What the hell? What's wrong with you?" I said, "I just got cold feet." "So stop the drama and just come." Underneath all that argument is a man who really loves, who really cares. So, he never asked me to put up this video. He never asked me. And I'm not putting up this video because I'm trying to kiss his ass or trying to get a discount. No. I think it's the duty of every student to be grateful to their teachers for who they are. And if today I am whatever I am, it's because of him. I'll tell you this, the day I stopped training under him, I know for a fact I'm never, ever, ever going to achieve whatever I've achieved with him, because his trainings are brutal, absolutely brutal. He'll push you, if your pain threshold is here, he'll push you again, until you no longer exist, until you no longer can feel anything in your body. If I would never train like this. I would never, ever train like this. And he has made me do this for a whole year. So I think it's right for me to give credit where credit is due. Yes, he has been a pain in the ass. Yes, there are times where I can't stand his face, he can't stand my face. We have had such arguments. But at the end of the day, I know that he loves and cares about me. I know that he'll give me the best as a coach. Even though maybe later on we don't want to see each other's face. I don't want to see you, he doesn't want to see my face. But he still cares. And that is what keeps us together. And because of this, I want to endorse this guy. And I want to tell you that if you're looking for a coach whom, you want him to push you to another level, if you want someone in swimming, cycling, or biking, you want someone to take you to the next level, whom you may not necessarily like, but who will push you to such a limit where you never knew you could achieve, there's only one person who I know, only one. A man who does not allow personal indifference, who does not allow his moods, who does not allow anything to come in between, but will honestly and sincerely look for your betterment. That one person who I can recommend, who is not perfect, but as a coach who's excellent. There's only one man who I know, and that man is Jacques Gilbert Sophie. So this is my honest recommendation for him. And I'll tell you, whatever I am, without any shame, whatever I am in terms of fitness, in terms of running, whatever PB I achieve, it is all because of this man. Nothing because of me. Because the day I stopped training under him, I can tell you without a doubt, I'll never, ever, ever train like this. I'll never want to get up in the morning at 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock, drive all the way, train all the way. No, nothing. It's not in me. There are some people who have it, some don't. I'm born lazy. I just love to be lazy. But he has pushed me to this level. So I'm just telling you point blank. And if you'd like to get in touch with Jacques Sophie, I put his details below the video in the description. Get in touch with him and see how you can change your life, because he has changed my life. And today, whatever I've achieved in terms of athletics, sports, running, it might be stupid, it might be funny, it might be small, but for me, it's a miracle that I never thought I could achieve. For a guy who struggled to run 500 meters, even after 4 years of struggling, this man proved even the doctors wrong and made me, prepared me for the rack half marathon. I don't know what I'm going to do at the rack half, but whatever I do that is good is because of him. And if I mess up or if something wrong happens, it's all because I must have made a mistake somewhere. So Loy Machedo recommends Jacques Gilbert Sophie and tells you he may not be perfect, but as a coach, he's the best who I know and the one I most highly recommend. So Loy from LoyMachedo.com and who's LoyMachedo.com. The guy who never tells you lies is telling you the truth today and, recommending the best coach whom I can think of. Hope you enjoyed this video and, hope I don't get my ass kicked by Jacques Sophie for whatever I said, because this was not scripted. Okay? Goodbye for now.